the academia, and I think two things. The first thing I think is, well, I know because I was an alcohol researcher for a long time, and you know that 50% of violent crimes are directly attributable to alcohol. So if you're murdered, there's about a 50% chance that you're drunk, and about a 50% chance that the person who kills you is drunk. And alcohol is the only drug that we know that actually amplifies aggression. It does that in laboratory situations. Plus, it's a great disinhibitor, right? So what alcohol does is it doesn't make you oblivious to the future consequences of your action. Because if you ask someone who's drunk about the consequences of something stupid, they can tell you what the consequences are. But it makes you not care. And it does that because it's technically an anxiolytic, like barbiturates or like benzodiazepines. And it also has an activating property for many people who drink. So it's a stimulant and an anxiolytic at the same time, and a very potent. It's very potent for both of them. And you know, we put young people together and douse them in alcohol, right, at the binge drinking level, and then, which also interferes with memory consolidation, which of course makes things much more complex. And then we're surprised when there are sexual misadventures, and you know, and then it's also attributed almost purely to the predatory element that's part and parcel of masculinity, but a tremendous amount of that is also naivety and stupidity. Yes. You know, because we expect, like 18-year-old guys, especially the ones that haven't been successful with girls, which is like 85% of them, because the successful men are a very small percentage of men. The 85% who haven't been successful with men or with women, they don't know what the hell they're doing at all, right? And part of the reason they're getting drunk is to garner up enough courage to actually make an advance. Yeah. You know, and because I think another thing that women don't understand, especially with regards to young men, is just exactly how petrifying attractive woman who's of, say, somewhat higher status actually is to a young guy. And there's lots of guys that write me constantly, and people that I've worked with, that are so terrified of women they can't even talk to them. Right. It's very, very common.